2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 19 says this, behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So these plagues are going to be sent out. Once again, we see talking about these plagues. All right, so we know the death, the war, the destruction, all those things are coming. But there's a twist that a lot of brothers ain't hip to, and I'm about to break it down to you real quick. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and we read in verse 20. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So because of these things, they still not going to try to straighten up and fly right and do what the Heavenly Father wants them to do. You understand? So now dig this. This is what you really got to understand. When you see all this stuff happening on TV, happening over in Tunisia, happening over in Egypt, you got to remember this next verse I'm about to read. Very important verse. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth. It says that victuals, which is like you say the word victuals, which means food. So victuals or victuals or food shall be so good cheap upon earth. What's that saying? It's saying that food prices are going to drop down very low. It says that victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth. So the food price are going to be very cheap. That they shall think themselves to be in good case. So this says that food price is going to be so low that they're going to think themselves to be in a good situation. And that hasn't happened in quite a long time. America or any government around the world, no population around the world, has not thought themselves to be in a good condition in many, many years now. So it says upon the whole earth, the food is going to be so cheap. You understand? They shall think themselves to be in good case. So it says they're going to think that it's all gravy. They're going to think that it's all good. They're going to think that it's a good time that they're living in. But this is what Yahweh has to say. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So right after this time of peace and this time of cheap food, all the prices are going to drop down very low. Right after that, boom. Then it said sword, which is death and blood. Famine, which is a lack of food, nothing to put in your belly. Starvation, malnutrition. And great confusion. There's going to be a total anarchic state, anarchy on the earth. Great confusion. Government's going to start to fall. Communication, like you see they doing in Egypt right now. The internet is down. What's going to happen when the great confusion happens in the last times? After this time of cheap food, it says that the communication is going to get knocked out. Internet, phone, might have some type of electromagnetic pulse, EMP, that's knocking out all electrical components, all right, that are running off of engines and batteries and stuff like that, or the electrical stuff, you understand? So now it says that the food is going to be cheap upon the earth. So nobody's bringing out that part of the prophecies that everything's going to drop down first. We thinking that, oh, it started now, it started, this is it. This is it. You know, America's about to fall. No, you got to be still and wait for these food prices to drop. That's what the prophecy is telling you in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. So the victuals or the food prices are going to be so cheap that people are going to think themselves to be in a good situation. But now verse 22, 2nd Ezra 16:22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cut down. Okay, so now it says that everything is gonna be total death. The earth is gonna be wasted, like you saw happening in the book of Eli. So with that, I'm about to sign off. But that's what we're looking for. We're looking for 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. And then once we see these food prices get real cheap, that's when we're going to start to see the destruction is going to come up next. So that's one of the main signs of the time that we need to be looking for. All right, Yasharahla. So be on the lookout. Raise up your brothers and sisters. Get your family straight. Get your household in order. And get your community of Yasharahla that's trying to live righteously. Get them in order and nourish the flock. Shalom Lakah.